Not finished talking about thoughts yet. Indeed, I could probably just make videos on thoughts for the rest of my life, because thought gets in the way of doing. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about thinking thoughts, or paying attention to thoughts that are actually getting in the way of you doing the very best that you can do in whatever situation or opportunity life has thrown at you. I mentioned that we have 50,000 random thoughts whizzing through our head. Last week we paid particular attention to the fact that many of those thoughts, mostly negative thoughts, coming from your stored knowledge in your subconscious mind, actually trip you up without even you realizing it at the time. The key point I want to make this week, and it is one that you really need to consider in the fabric and in the course of every moment of every day of your life, is that everything begins with a thought. How you brush your teeth in the morning begins with a thought. Normally a mindless thought, something completely unrelated to what you're doing, as your mind plays off in the wilderness of its 50,000 pieces of noise. How you react to somebody else, regardless of what they might be saying to you, doing to you, or doing for you, you will normally react not to the person who is there, but to the person that you think is there, based on your stored knowledge, based on your worldview, and based on your view of yourself. How you react or respond to problems or challenges that life throws at you. How you react to opportunities that life offers you. All these reactions start with a thought. Now the reason I can say that is that I know as a scientific fact that generally speaking, we as ordinary people pay little or no attention to what is going on. The balance of our mind is unhinged. The balance of our attention flowing into thought rather than what is actually going on. I know as a scientific fact that I do not pay attention to people that I meet or to events that I encounter. Rather, I pay attention to who I think the people are, or what I think the events are, based on the pigeonholes that I have had in my head since I was 18 months old. These are all things that automatically happen for me. They all start with a thought. Everything you do in life starts with a thought, unless you break that vicious circle. And the only way that you can start breaking that vicious circle is if you stop thinking and start doing. Now, what do I mean by that? You could start doing little things, really, fully, 100% doing little things, to get you used to a process whereby you can begin to start fully doing bigger, more important things in life. There are various articles, various videos on this website that espouse the virtue of doing small routine things differently, like brushing your teeth with the other hand or like shaving with the other hand. The point made in those videos and articles is that in choosing to do something different, you realize that you have a choice in relation not just to that, but in relation to everything you do. The second benefit of it is that in doing something differently, you have to pay it more attention, and therefore you train your mind to pay attention to reality rather than its default state of mind, which is to pay attention to your stored knowledge. But even more importantly, doing something differently is actually more fully doing it. And as I made the point a moment ago, you need to stop thinking and start doing. If I pay more and more attention to something that I am doing, I have actually started the process of me becoming adept at doing rather than thinking. And therein lies the importance of doing little things. Not doing them differently, necessarily, but actually bloody doing them. Fully doing them. Fully immersing yourself in what you are doing. Because then, when you meet someone new, or when you encounter an opportunity or a challenge, you won't react based on the initial thought of what is going on. You may just perhaps begin to act, which is a totally different ball game from react. You may begin to act and take control of what's going on in your life, and indeed, as a result, to take control of your life. Nothing should start with a thought. Everything should start with being there.